Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about something new that I just finished not too long ago. If you've been following me on Instagram, I have been posting pictures of this whole entire thing, and we're going to go over all of it in this video here on YouTube. But I did just make my own headboard for my master bedroom, and we're going to go over how I made it. So to do this, I did get a 3/4 thick sheet of plywood. I got one sheet of that, and then I used 5 2x4x8s. And then for the face of this headboard, which what you'll see at the end of it, I used 1x4s, and for the top I'm going to use a 1x6. Now for the sides of this headboard, I did cut out a section on the edge of each of these 2x4s, and I cut it 3/4 of an inch, so my 3/4 sheet of plywood, once I cut it to the dimensions that I need it, will sit right on the face. And once the plywood sits in there, the face of the plywood, when it comes down to ending to the 2x4, will be level with the face of the 2x4. So I got that how it needed to be. Then I put a 2x4 at the top horizontally, and then put two 2x4s at the bottom vertically. Once I got to that point, measured it all, made sure it was square, attached everything fully, so the structure of this thing's completely done now. Then what I did is I started moving on to the face and making this look how I wanted to do. I got 1x4s, cut them to the lengths that I needed, and I did have a brad nailer. If you don't know what a brad nailer is, it is a small nail gun that shoots brad nails. Brad nails are really small, and you can get them in different lengths, but the diameter is really small and they don't have a real big head at all. But they hold trim really good, and it's real good for stuff like this. So I got my 1x4s, put my 1x4 around my edges, got that where I needed to, used my brad nailer to get those secure on there. Then I started working up on the rest of the face and finished that up. And then I put another 1x4 on the side and another 1x4 on the other side. And then for the top, to give it a little bit cooler look, I used a 1x6. So the 1x6 stuck out on the front about 1 inch, and then I left 1.5 inch overhang on each side of it. Then once I got all of that secure and nailed down, then it was time to start coating this thing. I did decide to stain this, and I used a darker stain just to match the rest of my bedroom furniture. I got this whole thing stained. And if you've stained anything before, most of the time it's a real dull color once it dries and everything, and I wanted it to get a little bit of a shine to it to more match the rest of my furniture in my bedroom. So then I used polyurethane, brushed over the whole entire thing, and before I did this, I did make sure that the stain was completely dry. If you decide to do this, be sure and don't put this on while the stain is still wet. Make sure it's completely dry. Then I put it on, let it dry, and it gives it a little bit of a shiny look to it. And that's how I made my custom headboard for my bed. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I am doing a bunch of how-to videos like this. I've got more on the way. I just did a video on the shed that I'm in the middle of doing. I've got a lot of videos on different stuff with that. So be sure and stay tuned for all of the how-to videos I've got coming up. Be sure and consider getting subscribed to the channel. I'll see you guys next time.